Blue Ridge Trail Golf Course, just south of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, near I-80, I-81. 27 holes of daily fee paradise. This course has grown over the years. 9 holes opened in 1992, 9 more in 1998, the final 9 in 2005. It has been an incredible story of success over the years. You'll learn all about it on this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer. You've heard about Blue Ridge Trail Golf Club. You've heard about the awards that they've won over the years for conditioning, for playability. You've heard the rave reviews from all of the players who come from every part of the country. You wonder why they've got them? Well, I'm going to explain it in a capsule. It all begins with the natural setting, the views, the vistas. That's the palette that was handed to the architects, the Alt Clark design firm, who did such a good job of designing all 3 nines. Beautifully built and level teeing areas, the wide corridors they cut through the trees for the fairways that allow a lot of comfort when you tee the ball up. Fairways that are ribboned through the hills, not side hill lies. They go through the hills in a gentle way. The green sites that were designed with bunkers to protect the green area and accentuate the experience. And then, of course, the beautifully shaped greens, even in a hilly setting, that have no crazy slopes or buried elephants. That, in a capsule, is Blue Ridge Trail.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
Yep, just as I suspected. Your entire family is too plugged in. Now, there's a treatment. Your offline oasis awaits in Montgomery County, PA. You may experience moments of euphoria, a rush of culinary cravings, a lot less screen time, and more we time. You may even reconnect with nature. Unplug in Montgomery County, PA. Side effects may include budget-friendly fun and memories that will last a lifetime.
Head down, water down the left, bunker down the right, take the club straight back.
Wandering minds.
When golfers lose their focus, they're totally...
Or, but Bridgestone can help.
Introducing Mindset. The ball's scientifically designed to keep you focused.
First, identify your target.
Next, visualize your shot path.
And then focus on the green dot and smooth one.
Play the new Tour B with Mindset technology.
You see what happens when we work together? Stuff like that.
Raise the bar with Flight by Yingling. Low carb, low calorie, more taste. Brewed for the generation that's always reaching for more. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Welcome welcome to the College of Golf Higher Learning with Professor Anthony Barletta. I call him Professor because 40 years in management in the golf industry, 13 years, a family-run course in Hazleton, Edgewood in the Pines, and then 28 years at Blue Ridge Trail. Tony, you've seen it all.
You're dating me by telling those years, but yeah, that's true, Tony.
Well, I was with you all the way, so.
That's true also.
But I was just getting out of grammar school, so. At any rate, Tone, as I say, you've seen it all, and you've seen it all change in that time. That's a long span of time. The first 9 being built in 1992 here at Blue Ridge Trail, and then you came in a few years later when they grew in the second 9, and then, well, history goes on. 2005, the third 9, and this place is one of the most successful daily fee facilities in the country. And it's all through hard work, but you've learned a lot over the years. Number 1 trail, the shortest par 4 on the course. All you need to do is hit the fairway. You'll have a short second shot and maybe start your round with a birdie. For one thing, this place gets rated top condition all the time. From day 1 till now, what's changed maybe to make a superintendent's job, I don't want to say easier, less difficult?
Well, you know, his equipment has gotten better. He has the manpower to do the job, and he's super organized. That's it.
And I guess maybe the grass has got a little bit better, hopefully. The science of golf, all of these things come together, and that at least makes it more efficient.
For sure, it does. The new strains of grass make it so much easier to maintain, stronger, take more tolerance, and it's just a new world.
The golf course at Blue Ridge Trail is not overly bunkered. The ones that are here are well shaped, beautiful, and most important from a superintendent's point of view, easy to maintain. Obviously, Blue Ridge Trail is one of the most affordable daily fee courses in Pennsylvania, and I tip my cap to you for keeping those prices down. But that's not the case across the board, and we're seeing really high prices. I mean, you can come out here and play for less than $50. I see courses that are not close to the quality for more than $100. This has all happened since COVID. The industry is doing well, but are we in danger of a backlash if these prices continue?
I agree, Tona. If it keeps going up, then, you know, people will not be able to afford to play golf. And we keep it reasonable. That is why we get people coming through here from Canada, from New Jersey, from New York. Once they find out about us, it's a must-stop place.
Number 4, Blue. We're on the back tee, 180-yard par 3, slightly uphill. A good illustration of the fact that what little fescue you find at Blue Ridge Trail is well out of play. At Blue Ridge, we hit the ball, we find it. Another tough question, Professor, but I look to you for the answers, as I have for all these years. Blue Ridge Trail is a golf course that just about everybody can play, but it definitely has a lot of length to it from the back tees, close to 7,000 yards from 2 of the configurations, and the other one just a little bit shorter. Number 4 trail, uphill par 3s, not always my favorite, but this is the exception. A great green, a great par 3 hole. Yet, these young players are bombing it farther and farther and farther. Is the ball going too far? Do we need to restrict the flight of the golf ball?
Well, Tony, here's the way I feel about it. I think the pros definitely need to have a restricted ball at this point. For the amateurs, you know, I think we're fine. But these golf courses the pros are playing on, they can't expand them anymore. So, you know, they're just eating them alive. You know, they're making par fives, they're hitting short irons into them, some of them. So I think it's coming.
Good. All right. Well, at least we can still play with the balls we have. So that's a good thing because I don't need any more restrictions on my game.
Me either, Tony.
Number 6 on the ridge. A great par 4. The bigger hitters have to be careful. A good drive could go in the water. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Baseball? Nah. Football? Done it. I think I'm gonna go after the PGA Tour.
Playing on the PGA Tour is not easy.
But you know what is easy?
Hitting the 524 series from Tour Edge.
Getting linebackers and home runs used to be easy.
Out here, you're gonna need all the easy you can get.
Introducing the 524 series from Tour Edge. The easiest clubs you'll ever hit. Even the best players in the world can use a little easy.
I like the sound of that. Look out, PGA Tour.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Hey, kid, what are you doing?
I'm getting my ball.
Well, I know there's all kinds of them. You don't need to fish them out of there.
No, it's a Bridgestone though, dude.
That's a Bridgestone?
Ha ha!
Hey, come on. Bridgestones. Where are they?
One here, one right here.
Yeah, but it's not yellow.
Yeah, but it's a Bridgestone.
Yes, it is a Bridgestone.
Has anyone ever told you look like Tiger Woods?
Uh-uh.
All right.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
That ball was smoked. That'd be about 300.
Nice drive. And that is on the green.
The next generation.
At least we can agree on one thing. Choosing great beer.
I'll drink to that. You're buying the next round, though.
Take it from outside to inside. We got a beautiful pro shop in there. A lot of apparel sales, but I don't think that was the case maybe in 1990 something.
98.
What were you selling then?
Balls and hats.
That's it.
And scorecards.
And now you've got the full range.
You know, we've got Donald Ross, FootJoy, shoes. All of our apparel is top of the line. We do about 65 tournaments a year, Tony, so we move a lot of merchandise in the shop.
And part of the key is that it's not at ridiculous prices.
Our prices are great. I mean, you know, a shirt at another club might be $90. We're selling the same shirt for $54. So it's a great value is what it is.
Tee it high and let it fly. All right, Professor, let's look into the future. A lot of golf courses are installing simulators for play at night or during inclement weather. Is there a simulator in the future for Blue Ridge Trail?
Well, we do have two, not on site. Ours are for the winter, and we have leagues. All Blue Ridge people are playing in the simulators in the winter, and it's great. It keeps them into the game and keep us, you know, swinging.
Okay. Well, you never know. They keep building onto the facilities here. You never really know.
That's true. That's right.
Never say never with Tony Barletta. Number 4 Ridge, one of the longest par 3s on the entire golf course, more than 200 yards from the back tees, and well protected by all these bunkers. Well, you arrived at Blue Ridge Trail just about the same time that Tiger Woods arrived on the national scene. I know that in the golf history books, both of those events are noted, your arrival and Tiger's. However, in this case, the Tiger phenomenon drove a lot of people to the game. We're now in a different era. Scotty Scheffler. Could we be seeing a new phenomena coming on right now?
I think so. I mean, he's the real deal. He's very personable. His performances are just absolutely unbelievable. I think, like when Tiger was there, those pros were playing for second place. It seems like that's the case right now. I mean, he's just great.
Going back even a little farther, I see Scheffler taking a page out of somebody else's book. Success and Congeniality, Arnold Palmer. That was the first wave of enthusiasm in the golf, and well, hopefully we see that again.
Yeah, he was the man. He brought a lot of people to the game, and Scotty is just keeping people in the game, I would say.
Number 9 on the Ridge, a beautiful par 3. Every time I come to this hole, I say, what a perfect place for a hole-in-one, especially if it's your last hole of the day, about 150-yarder. On the green, but I'm still waiting for that hole-in-one. Final question for the professor. There are those who say the world is becoming less respectful. Golf is a game that's built on respect. Are today's golfers more or less respectful?
Well, Tony, I think a little bit less respectful, although there are a lot of quality people to play this game. So I think we're okay. We're in a good spot.
Well, golf always brings good people around. It's just that now their shirt tails may be out.
They definitely dress differently, we could say that.
Their hat may be on backwards, and that obviously was not acceptable years ago, and it still isn't in some places. But the main thing is golf still teaches those core principles of honesty and respect. So hopefully that continues over the years. Guys like you have to teach that, Professor.
Well, we try to. You know, it's a part of the game, and you know, for the most part, I think most people are respectful. So we're in good shape.
All right, that's your class in golfology with the professor, the Honorable Anthony Barletta. 14 years of the Traveling Golfer television show has been a dream come true. But all good things must come to an end. Not the show, but the job of hosting the show for me, well, I'm rolling into retirement. The best part about this has been the people I've worked with over the years, original producers, Jamie McWilliams, Eddie Cayazzo, our associate producers who helped get this show to you people, Jim Serator, Jimmy Davis, Jim Malloy, Tony Cassiano. This has been a generation of episodes that will live on forever, mostly because we've turned the show over to Jeff Gilder, our CEO, and Dustin Gilder, our executive producer. The show's in good hands, and they've got a crew. Well, it's just going to keep going and growing and getting better all through the years. people like A.J. Gohill, Jay Burgess, Alex Wober, behind-the-scenes people who really keep putting energy into this show, and, of course, the on-air talent that you've been seeing in recent years, John Daly, Chef Mark Cummings, and Sophia Arthur. It's all part of the Traveling Golfer family. You will be able to see them somewhere else along the golf trail. But for now, I say happy trails to you.
Yep. It's time to unplug in Montgomery County, PA. Side effects may include moments of euphoria, a rush of culinary cravings, and a lot less screen time and more weed time.
Over the last 190 years, a lot has changed.
But at Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, we're still focused on one thing: brewing darn good beer.
Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America.
Good architecture, there's some challenges. Some courses need the tweaking. You talked about putting in more drainage. What's that do?
Sure. I mean, basically, one of the philosophies of myself and any superintendent is water management. Getting water efficiently on the golf course when you have dry air, when you have dry seasons, and getting water efficiently off the golf course through drainage when you have wet seasons, as we had this May.
Luckily, this design, the fairways were ribboned through these hills. They're not on the sides of hills, which make maintenance really tough. And sometimes when the tees and the greens are on too much of a hill too, now you're out there having to fly, but you don't do any of that.
So we have enough natural elevation change that we didn't have to do a lot of work when they designed it. You have to move a lot of fill around. So just the natural contour of the land really came into play. And it does make maintenance a lot easier. Financially, I mean, that's obviously one of the more important things, but we are cut out through the trees, which you see, which is beautiful, but we don't have a lot of trees in play on each individual hole. So the holes are wide open. They're very playable for, like I said earlier, every handicapper, but there's not a lot of detail and trimming work that we have to do. It's a lot of big open areas that make it much more playable.
The greatest sin in the creation of mountain golf, and it's the reason why there are a lot more bad mountain golf courses than good ones, is they don't clear wide enough corridors. These are wide corridors, not just wide fairways, but wide corridors on either side. You only have two choices. You want to grow trees or you want to grow grass.
That's true.
The greens at Blue Ridge Trail are not overly severe, but there are plenty of challenges that make putting difficult. And if you short side yourself with an approach, chipping close is virtually impossible.
It's a great challenge for every handicapper, from your low handicapper to your high handicapper. We have 5 sets of tees, so it's a challenge for everybody.
A testimony to the architecture and the architectural firm is the fact that the course has withstood all these years without need for major changes.
Correct. We've done some upgrades to some irrigation to get some better coverage in some areas. We upgraded a pump station within the last year. Like you mentioned earlier, we're always investing in our property. We're always trying to be better every day. But the way this course was designed, it drains well. So we have full cart paths. Even you get a year like this, I mean, we all know how much rain we had this May. We can still get play out on a daily basis.
Yeah. No need to come and redesign. I hate when you see a new course come in and the next thing you know, the eraser's out there, and I'm just counting the dollars for the owner, going back out the window and saying, why did this architect do this? And then they have to redo it. Never had to do any of that right here, and that's really a testimony.
Sure. I mean, when this was designed, we had a budget in mind. We are a public golf course. We are an upscale, well-rated public golf course. But still, I have a budget to maintain. And as the superintendent and now stepping into the general manager role, it's a little bit interesting, seeing more and more of the finances throughout the club. So for us to stay profitable, I really have to have my finger on the pulse of everything going on the golf course, in the clubhouse, to keep us profitable every day.
We've said it every time that we've done a show, and this is our 4th or 5th time that we've been out, at least in part, to talk about Blue Ridge Trail over the years of the traveling golfer. It also is a fun golf course to play. I love it. Folks, you got to come out, see Dwayne, see Tony Barletta in the shop, see all the folks here, their hospitality, and see this great golf course.
Thanks, Tony. Always a pleasure to have you guys. Appreciate it.
Number 9 trail, a short par 4, and the watering hole is in sight.
How sweet it is.
After climbing the hills and walking through the valleys of Blue Ridge Trail, you need to take a little time to rest, smell the roses. No better time than at the end of another episode of The Traveling Golfer. We've enjoyed our return visit to historic Blue Ridge Trail, one of the best daily fee courses in Pennsylvania and the country. Thank everybody for their help, and we look forward to seeing you on another episode somewhere else along the golf trail.
Bridgestone, the official ball of traveling golfer.